let's talk Slam Dunk.
I'm not alone 'cause the TV's on, yeah.
So Slam Dunk Festival happens between the 26th, 27th and 28th of May, so about 2 weeks time. Also, sorry this video is quite late, I've been a bit ill, as you can see, so whatever. I was making a cup of tea at the start of this video, and I've actually brought it with me. If this video stops for any reason, just note that there is a fuck ton of swans over here and over there, so if I get gang mobbed, it's because of those, and you can hear them. Alright, so we go every year to Slam Dunk, and it's one of my favourite festivals. This year's headliners are Jimmy Eat World and Good Charlotte. Stage times got announced on Friday, and the clashes for that, just you gotta pick one, you can't watch them both. Unless you do 50-50, then good. See what I mean? Actually, Canadian geese, so not as bad. But yeah, download the app, stage times are there. Also with bands, so the links to the Spotify and stuff like that. We're going to be going to the 28th of May one. Yep, almost said March, which is in the Birmingham NEC, which is just easier for everyone there because it's just all in like kind of like a few rooms. I've never been to Leeds. Maybe we'll go next year. Maybe we'll do all three next year. And then they moved from the Hatfield Forum to Hatfield Park, so I haven't been there either. But we have been to the Hatfield one a few times. How do you get into the festival? To get into the festival, you got to do a lot of hard work, a lot of pre-work, like before you even do that. You got to make sure you work for a publication or a media outlet before you can even apply for a press pass. Once you've got that, you've got to show them that you've been doing the work. You can't just rock up on the day or a month going, hey, I'm with XYZ, can I have a pass? Chances are any festival will tell you to You do this by sending in playlists every week, which is what I do, to the 30 odd PR companies or record labels, a list of the songs that I'm playing, just to show them that I am supporting the festival, so it makes it easier for them for when it comes to the accreditation to just cut out and just go yes, no, yes, no. It's that simple. Once you've got the accreditation, they'll normally let you know about a week and a bit before the festival, so, or maybe sometimes 2 weeks. And they'll do this one of two ways. I'll just send out a massive email going, well done, you've got press accreditation, do what you can, kind of thing. Sometimes the festival actually email the PR companies and the record labels a list of the press, the media going to the festival, so it's easier for them to pick and choose who they want to interview. For instance, if I want to interview Creeper, and I'm going through their normal PR as I would, they can choose to ignore that email. With Creeper, they tend to do. Whereas if a PR company has your email address and your details and be like, oh, hey, would you like to interview this band? It's a lot easier. But it's a lot of hard work because no PR companies or record labels talk to each other when arranging interviews, so the clashes are phenomenal, and you've got to literally be on the button and literally just try and hash out 10-minute slots without talking to anyone, and it's a real nightmare, but most of the time they're pretty easy, and bands overrun with interviews, so you've got some space and leeway to be able to do this. A list of bands who we're hoping to interview over the day. I think it's like 22 bands in a day. That's just gonna be blurred. But here's what we're hoping to do. Now, most of these bands are repped by one or two people. So you might have one PR company looking after 3 or 4 bands, and that's really easy because you can just tick it off the list. Sometimes the PR label will only have one major band and then a load of like smaller bands, but get what you're given. So most of these I can pretty much suss out. A few of them I don't have any contacts for, don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's the joy of it. You got to go out, you got to find, you've got to make contact as such, and that can be a ball ache and quite fun at the same time as well. So after you've found your contact for, alright, let's use an example. 4 years strong. Okay, once you found someone who might be repping with them, I obviously know who's repping for them, but I'm using 4 years strong as an example. How do you go about getting an interview? You've generally got to email the PR company. Normally they're really easy to find, but I won't show you how, because then that's just bad. You've got to find out for yourself, and that's the way that works for you. It's simple. So what do you do? 4 years strong. Hi, can I get an interview? You haven't really done much prep. If you've played them on your show, or you've been speaking about them or promoting them, great. If you've got proof of that, great. What I normally do is I put it in an interview, in an email, and I say, hey, my name's Doug, I have 2 radio stations, here's a list of other interviews I've done over the time. Normally I throw my Blink-182 interview, because that's pretty big. Once they've seen you've done like a really big interview, they're more receptive to going, okay, cool, he's done this, he can do that. And it's all about having that one shot to do a really good interview, and then the others will just follow. So once you've done that, you've told them where you work, you've told them what you've done, can you get a chat? Chances are, yeah. Or the band might be fully booked, there might not be time to do it, the band might be running late. In the press interview, like I said, interviews tend to run 5-10 minutes late, or the band's running late, so you've got leeway in the press game for the interviews to overlap or overrun or get rescheduled, which is kind of easier, but also an absolute ball ache, because then they clash with other interviews that you can, but you can move them around, and it's that fluidity, I think that's a word, which is actually a lot of fun, but it's also quite stressful. Once you've done that, they'll give you a contact number for the tour manager, a time, and then until the day, that's pretty much it.